you know, shifted in and out of, whoa!
Hey guys, we're here with Cody Waggoner and the Lasernut buggy. We're gonna go ahead and do a walk around on it.
They came up, my old spotter from years ago, like 10 years ago, came up with the name Pretty Penny. The reason why it's called Pretty Penny is the copper wheels, double beadlock, disruptor, race line wheels. They're really cool. It's actually quite a process for that wheel. They have to polish the wheel, then they copper plate it, and then they polish it again, and then they liquid clear coat. That's the key. You can't powder clear coat, you have to liquid clear coat. That's how you get it so shiny. It has a lot of dust on it right now, so you really can't tell, but it's cool. Sometimes in the right light, it'll actually reflect off the rim, and you can see a little bit right there on the reflection. Oh, yeah. So that's a 20-inch double beadlock copper-plated wheel by Raceline. Then we have a 42-inch BF Goodrich crawler. I'm a BF Goodrich, American-made. Same with Raceline, American-made, all about America, making parts. Jesse Haynes built this about 3 years ago. It was his first moon buggy he ever built. He's always built front engine buggies, and this was his first one. We convinced him to build this buggy, and I think he has 12 of them out there now or more. He actually drives a moon buggy, next generation type to this one with a little smaller engine package. This has a 2.2 Ecotec turbocharged CBM Motorsports motor, puts out about 250 horsepower. Dry sump. So it was really cool about this power plant, we'll call it. I always screw up by saying engine or motor because I know there's two different. But what's cool about this power plant is if you look, it's really low down because we put a dry sump in it and we tilted, Jesse tilted it 15 degrees. So when it sits in the car, it doesn't sit straight like a normal motor. It's tilted, so you're actually able to look out the passenger seat and look at the look out the passenger side and look at the tire, because you are a lot of times controlling the buggy, being that it has rear steer, you need to be able to see the tires in the back. So it's all full hydraulic steering. Sometimes you can't tell the difference between the front and the back because the axles look the same. You have portal, Jesse Haynes portals to get the clearance up another 4.5 inches, and they're Toyota axles, so they're real small, which kind of cool if you look down from the front of the buggy or the rear. You get down low and look to see if you have any diff. Look down there. There's no diffs. The bottom of the diffs are at the same height as the skid plate, which is just weird.
Oh, wow.
Because normally when you have a diff, you're worried about that rock and the diff hitting the rock and you not be able to climb up a climb or go down a climb. So it's really low to the ground. The buggy, people always ask what the buggy weighs. Without the steel shot in the front tire, it weighs 2,300 pounds. So it isn't the lightest buggy, but it's pretty light. We have 300 pounds of steel shot in each front tire because the weight's in the back from the power plants. So we need to offset that with the weight in the front, which the reason why I run steel versus water is a couple reasons. One, sometimes when you get that steel shot slinging, it can actually pull you up the mountain or hill that you're trying to climb. And the other part is the steel, 300 pounds of steel shot only gets to about the bottom of the rim. So when you put water in, guys are putting water, as high as they can, water's a good thing. There's positives of water and negatives of water also. One positive is it doesn't cost anything. One negative is it does leak all over the place if you get a hole, and it's not as condensed as shot. So I've always ran shot. Worked out good for me. Chromoly chassis, completely TIG welded, Fox air shocks, Wildwood brakes, front and rear, JE reel drive lines, little Odyssey battery. It's kind of cool how compact the whole buggy is. It's built for, there's no comfort about it. It's built to compete. It's built to be as light as possible, be as nimble as possible. You can see the packaging. You actually sit next to the transfer case. I mean, the transfer case is right there. I mean, you're actually sitting lower than the transfer case, which is crazy. We have the rear steer buttons are here, actually on the shifting knobs for the Atlas, so you can, shift it in and out of, whoa, in and out of here, and you can actually adjust on the fly, so you're not having to go down to a little lever. These are cutting brakes, so you can lock up the front if you want to do a rear burn. And you lock up the rear to do a front burn. Air lockers, front and rear, so you can disengage and engage the lockers. Also, we do have a winch down only in the front, so if you want to lower the buggy down on big climbs, you can, which is kind of cool. We added gauges because it originally didn't come with any gauges, and I blew up a couple motors, so I thought it'd be good to know what the temperature of the motor was. And come to find out, the motor was getting really hot. So we did add some larger fans in the back, which has really made a difference on keeping it cool. So yeah, it's an amazing, capable wagon.